Hey guys, the Lego Sith Empire here today, and finally I got the first episode on building Korriban. Yes guys, finally the first video. I know I've talked about doing this for a couple months now, and also I know I've been gone for a couple months too. If you guys saw the last video, you guys already know why, but here is the first official video for building Korriban. Still also for this video, if you guys can tell, I'm trying new things, trying to make my videos a little bit better. Still working in progress, so it's not perfect. I'm sorry. Any advice is always helpful. I'm trying to make my videos a little bit more interesting and also kind of add more flair to it, I guess. But yeah, so I'm getting started building. You guys are going to see some parts laying around, getting started. One nice thing about having a bunch of great parts is I can have a good jumping start. Of course, the sad thing is there is always a few parts you never plan buying, but you realize you need. And so I wanted to get a little farther, but I realized there's a few parts I needed for this, and I ordered it, so hopefully I'll get it in soon. But that's fine. But I have started. You guys can see I already got something going. And this is actually a building. One of the things I want to do is before I build a landscape, there's like the main building I want to build, and there's a few like maybe small little stuff I want to build, and then like I'm kind of like a small little building before I get to a lot of the terrain. And this building is like the landing port or the receiving port, I guess you would call it. This is where new arrivals would land, all that. So I'm building that. So this is what's going to be, at least the front, I guess you can call it. And building the entrances to it. Out here is going to be a nice landing pad. And of course, right now, before I work on the landing pad, I'm working on this because this is going to be raised up a little bit. I already got some base plates right here. Obviously, I need more than one because this is not going to fit on it. But it is going to be raised, so I'm using my 16 by 16 to build it, so that way I can raise it up, and then I will build the landing pad. And then, of course, when I build this building, I'm going to build kind of like the innards of it, like this 2 rooms, and I'm also going to add some hallways and steps and then I'm going to raise it, and then I'll start building the outside of it, which is going to be all rock work and all that, because it's going to be kind of like it's been built into into a giant rock almost. And then after that, obviously, I'll have more landscaping, and eventually it will build up to the temple I'm going to build. But yeah, I'm building the landing port, I guess you can call it, the first, working on it. I was hoping to get this done pretty quickly. I do have the parts to get it done pretty quickly, so this should go hopefully fast. I'm saying hoping because you never know. Of course, getting the inside on that done fast should take pretty fast. Is building the outside that might take the longest, because I already have a whole bunch of dark orange and some medium nougat, which I'm going to use to build the terrain. I know I don't have enough for the whole outside, which is fine. I want to I know I have enough to at least figure out how I'm going to do it, because I want to try doing a little bit different rock work than I have done in the past. In the past, I used a lot of slopes, kind of just going on top of each other, inverted, all that. I kind of want to do a little bit different, kind of do some different techniques. I'm going to try to use I guess I'm going to call it Coconut Briggs' technique. I don't know if you guys watch him. He builds some really nice rock work, and he does some different stuff there, not just using slopes, but other pieces too. And I'm going to try to use his design because it would be a little bit different. And I think also help me use less slope pieces, which there's a lot of slope pieces that come in dark orange, but not very many of like these kind of slopes are inverted. So there's a lot more like these kind of inverted pieces, and I don't want to have to buy thousands upon thousands of these just to stack on top of each other. So I'm going to try some different techniques to build it. And of course, for this mock, I'm already using a new technique I've never done for these walls. Right here, you can see they're 1 by 1 bricks. I'm using it for the wall. I've seen this used multiple times in smaller mocks and even in some big mocks. I'm using it to do the wall for the kind of simulate the lighting. So that's already a new technique I'm using right now, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna also try to use a new technique I've never done for a landing pad, because landing pad is obviously going to extend out, and I'm going to do it different from how I did indoor. Obviously, how I did indoor was I just took a bunch of those plates, added my 6x6 tile bricks and all that, and kind of built like a giant, basically plate really, and had it attached, half of it attached to the plate itself, and then some of it came out. Obviously, that wasn't very stable because I couldn't have it all out of the table like you guys saw before. I'm going to try to build it to where it is strong enough to where it actually could hang off the table. And I'm going to try to use some Technic bricks and also use some other techniques I've seen that Coconut Bricks used for his landing pad for his Utapau mock, for those who've seen that a couple years back. We'll try that. We'll see how that goes. The landing pad is not something I want to get done right away just because it will be kind of in the way while I'm working on this. Obviously, until it gets huge, I can obviously flip things around, move to side to side if I have to. But that's something I'm kind of slowly work on, as that's not as important at the moment. Especially since there's a statue I want to put here, and I'm not the best at statues, so I'm going to try to hopefully get some instructions or or if I have to, try to figure out how to build it. And I don't want to waste too much time in the beginning working on that. But eventually I want to add, have the landing pad, have a statue here. A lot of the statue stuff I want to figure out last, because there's a few other statues I want to build, and I kind of want to do all that last, honestly. Because if I can't do it, I just won't add them, but I want to kind of do that last. That way I can figure out stuff. Of course, I actually have built one statue, but it was instructions online. I bought it from a guy named Cubed. He built a really awesome Old Republic mock a couple of years ago of the for Malgus's throne from the Flashpoint and from Star Wars Old Republic. For those who've seen that, it's a great mock, and he actually built an awesome statues and I also made instructions for it. So here is one. Awesome, I love it. It's a lot more delicate than I thought it was, but I still love it. I'm going to build more of these. Of course, I'm not going to use it for obviously in front of this, because I would have to make this mock a lot bigger, and that's not realistic, especially in the game, because in the game that statue is not up front. It's a mini statue, but I am going to use this for the temple area, so I've kind of got a little bit ahead of the game, but I did it on purpose just to make sure this is what I wanted. So that way, when I get to the temple, I already know what I want it built. Of course, plans do change. Maybe this might be too big, maybe too small, but that's fine. If it is too big, that's fine. I might have to change my plans, or maybe try modifying this. Or if this is too small, that is totally fine. I will just use it, or if I had to, make it taller. We'll see. But yeah, I already got kind of a little bit ahead on that, but this is what I'm kind of hoping to go with for the temple when I get to it eventually. But for now, I'm working on what would be the front of the mock. Eventually, this would be the landing port. Of course, eventually it will get to the temple, and I'll have the temple in the back. I still have no idea if this table is going to fit it. I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping this will be like pretty much right here in this corner, and then I have a little area over here, and then hopefully I'll have something here, and then it should rise up here a little bit. Not that high, but it should rise up a little bit, have more terrain. I should have another building here, and then hoping I'll have a front of the temple here, and then some stairs, and then hopefully I have enough room in the back to build it. I'm not gonna build the temple full on. I'm probably going to do something similar to what Solid Brick Studios did with his Jedi Knight Temple. Maybe have one big open area, and then maybe maybe one or two rooms up top. I'm a part similar to what he did there, but hopefully I have enough room to be able to do that. If not, I can try. I don't know. I'll figure something out if it gets too big, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't get too big. But yeah, this is my plan. So far, I'm liking what I'm doing. I would say this is almost done. I have enough parts to finish it. Well, not finish it, but I have almost enough parts to finish. I'm missing a few parts. Like I need 1x5 bricks for the walls. And once I get that, I can finish building the walls and also be able to add the roof and all of that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. So that's yeah, this is the first episode, guys. I know maybe not too much going on yet, but I think this is a good start. And hopefully, when I get those parts in, I can get this thing almost done and get things going with the train. Of course, I know a few people are probably like, you're using like dark orange is going to look like maybe like Geonosis. Well, the reason I'm using dark orange is because the planet is kind of described as a rust, reddish, orangish color, similar to what Geonosis is described as. Of course, a lot of people use a lot of dark orange with a lot of being nougat and also dark tan, or at least Solar Brick Studios did. I've seen some other people just use dark orange. My plan is to mostly use dark orange. I might try to throw in some medium nougat in there also. And of course, and it's going to probably look very similar to Geonosis, but obviously Korriban and Geonosis are a little bit different. And what's going on? Obviously, Geonosis has the spiral towers and all that. Korriban doesn't have that. It's more canyons, more desert. Worse, Geonosis does have canyons and desert, but Geonosis has those spowers that what makes it stand out and known for, and also of course the Geonosins. So I'm going to obviously try to make it somewhat different to where you're not going to think Geonosis right away. But I want to just bring that concern up because I know someone's going to be like, oh, this is going to be similar to how people built Geonosis. But sadly, that's the only option. The only option I could do is dark red. But dark red is not exactly very easy to get compared to some dark orange. And also, dark red as a giant mog, I feel like that's just not appealing. And also, I feel like that's not exactly realistic, especially when you guys play the game and you go to Korriban. It's not like dark red. It is more dark tan, but I didn't want to go dark tan because I feel like that'd be too Tatooine-y. So dark orange, I figure is closer to dark red. And also close to rust. It is pretty much a rust color, which fits the description better. So I'd rather go with that. But yeah, that's all I got, guys, for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think so far. And of course, I know there's not much to go on, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys will think about the new stuff I have doing to this video. And May the 4th be with you guys. I may release this on May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you. Or May Revenge of the Sith, whatever day this releases on. But I guys hope you guys have a great day, and may the force be with you.